Okay guys, been working away here. Should have filmed it, didn't. That's the way it is. So I organized my lumber pile. I have this pine tongue and groove stuff, bunch left over. I made the pantry out of that stuff, and I did a little bit on the shelving back there with it. I have some leftover shelving material, ceiling material. That's the ceiling material there. I have some, I think this is miscellaneous. I don't even think that's ceiling material. Not sure what that's from. I have some 1x2 pieces here. I do have two full-length 2x4s, which is awesome. And then I have one that's just been cut. You can see there, it's shorter, but I can still incorporate it. And then I have a bunch of 2x4s, fairly long. As you can see here, these guys, 2 piles. So that's good for bracing and stuff like that. And then obviously my full sheet, and then I have some of this heavy duty plywood material. Well, it's not plywood actually, it's actually wall material. No, it is plywood because there's plies that would stuck together in there. But yeah, so I have all that, and then I have my one big piece back there, the largest piece. So at least I have that stuff. Yeah. So that's my lumber collection that I get to use and work with. Hopefully we get a little bit warmer, and then I'm gonna go to town and build some type of box. Now the nice thing about this, possibly about this one 2x4 that's been cut, it's missing, I'm gonna say, a foot. It might fit across the width right now as is cut, but I don't know yet until I try it out. But if that's the case, I can use it as a template, chop off another end on the full 2x4, and then I'll have like a bench. I'll run one end against the wall. I don't know how wide, how much is gonna stick out that I want, but whatever. Like, I'm just gonna build it beefy out of all 2x4 material, because the batteries are heavy, extremely heavy. It needs to be able to hold the weight. So I'm gonna have like little feet, like a lot of cross bracing across in between the 2x4s, and a lot of feet. So hopefully I can use up a ton of that material, and you know, that saves me a lot of money. It's going to take some time to do all this because I'm doing it from scratch DIY, but I'm going to use up all of this leftover material so nothing goes to waste, hopefully, and keep the tiny house, you know, pretty much on budget. But yeah, that's a nice cleaned up area there. So now I can see what I'm dealing with. I can go to each pile as I need to go. So it's prepped, ready to go to work. Oh, bed sheets. My mom got some free bamboo bed sheets. So I'll put them somewhere in the tiny house. I brought over, this is, if you guys remember, I used to have this camera before this camera, and it didn't even last a year on me, and it came with a bunch of accessories and stuff that I may be able to use on this camera. Not really cases or anything, but the little screw-on, you know, doodads and stuff in there. Now, I brought home a bunch of my rags when I was cleaning in here, and so they're dry, they're ready to roll. I'm just gonna set these guys back up here for now. So I actually took those home, threw them in the washing machine, got them cleaned off because they're pretty nasty. But that's about it. So I brought a little bit of stuff over, that's it. Got a free insulated Costco bag from my parents. They wanted to give me that bonus. And then I'm gonna mount this. Now, what I need to do for the planter, that's what I'm gonna do. Let's do this right now on video. So, I'm gonna grab the planter. This is about where we're gonna put it, across from the window. Now what I need to do is, yeah, it's gonna be about that tall, I think, would be good. Because that way, this one is still gonna get light. And I gotta tilt you guys up so you can see the top. Sorry about this, guys, but give you guys a better camera angle. So there's the top of the ceiling. So if I put it, we want to be right across from that window. So that's pretty good right there. Now what I need to do, since I know there's a screw there, yeah, there's a there's a 2x4 there. So I can, this one side will be good for screwing into. This side will just be going straight into the foam. So it's not going to have a lot of holding power, but at least the one side will be. It's just the way the house was designed, well, poorly designed. But at least I can put those screws in and hold this thing up. Now what I can do, I'm going to put the screws in now where I want them, and then I'll still be able to remove this thing because it'll pull straight back off of the screws. And what I want to do, because I have that feature, let me grab a screw to show you. And I might as well grab the drill while I'm over here. So, one second. All right. I'll kind of explain what I came up with here. Alright, so my screws are fairly long. So they have grommets in this thing, and as you can see, you can adjust where the fabric will go. So this fabric actually will not be touching the wall, because I'm going to keep it that way so there's an airspace in behind. So if this thing does produce moisture and wicks everywhere that I don't want it to, hopefully not, because the Plasti Dip is pretty heavily coated inside this thing. Yeah, you guys can see that pretty good. It's coated, and even heavily in the bottom and the sides going up and the back and the front. So I'm going to put this up, and I know where the first one, there's a little hole there, so I want to put that screw in now, and I can at least get the screws in ready to mount this thing, because spring is coming eventually. It's still pretty cold, but and that is about how much I want sticking out. So let me grab the camera so you guys can actually see. I got it sticking out quite a bit, as you can see there, guys, right? So now I'm gonna grab the guy planner. Oh yeah, that's good. And now I can even actually bring that out even some more, because once the weight's in there, guess I don't want to rest up against the wall. So we'll figure it out. But anyway, next is there and there. Will work just fine. Is that directly across? Yeah, that's pretty good from the window. So that's good. So what I'll do is I'll mark with pencil where the other ones need to go, and then I can just pop in some holes and go to town. Now I don't have, where'd my pencil go? I got a pen here. Grab a pencil. There we go, pencil. And then I can put the, at least the screws into this thing, guys. So let's kind of that level again. We'll get her. And the nice thing about this, guys, is it's going to use vertical space. It's going to clear my kitchen countertop of all the spider plants, and you know, it'll look half decent on the wall here. I'm pretty sure. More, and then I can still remove it, which is nice. I'm gonna pull that. I don't want it kind of folding in on itself. Well, it all depends how much weight the plants put down in the soil, I guess. See, off the wall like this, off the wall like this, like that. This screw needs to be adjusted. Then I'll put the one more in. And can I reach it? Can I tiptoe and do this? Maybe. Without getting a ladder. That's good. So, if I can keep the space behind this thing, pretty good. Now this screw is screwing it up, so I need to it went wrong from day one, so let's see, where can I put it so he's not going to be a problem? Above that spot, maybe. Be good? He's going up on an angle again. Actually, I think what I'm going to do it's got a decent space behind it, but I'm only concerned, like I'm going to be concerned, guys, when I put the actually heavy material in it. I don't want to go up against the wall. it up. I know it hates white surfaces, so it's probably not gonna like this. So you can kind of see there, guys, that, you know, the middle part may be touching. But what I can do is back the screws out further so it hangs off the wall better. I think I'm gonna do that. Hopefully it'll still have the holding power in order to keep things. I'm just gonna pull them out a bit. That way, get an inch or so of air in behind there. Then we'll see how that works. Like I say, this is an experimental deal. And if it works, then that's awesome. So if I pull that forward, pull this one forward, these are all forward. That is a lot better. Awesome, guys. Awesome. Somebody's thinking, somebody's smart. Okay, okay, yeah, definitely. Take a look at this, guys. I'll put the camera on that kind of an angle. Yeah, so you can see all the way behind it and through. And that should hold the weight of the plants and the soil. We'll, like, obviously, I'm gonna have to adjust. This one's always a bastard, that one there. But once I get the plants in, the nice thing about it is they're gonna wanna pull down with the weight and pull forward, because that's the way this bag's designed. So, but that'll look cool though, I think, guys, once this is full of spider plants. And then the nice thing is, guys, when I'm not here full-time in the winter, I can grab this whole thing off the wall carefully, right? Bring it home and hang it inside my parents' house, and so this plant survive through the winter. But see, it's this is gonna be all greenery, like all the way down from the top. It'll even be touching the ceiling a little bit. It'll be all greenery in here, and the spider plant's blades fall down. So it's gonna get the full oomph of this window here, which is nice. And then yeah, I think it's gonna turn out and look nice. It looks very, very small in the tiny house compared to when I showed you guys when I first got it, right? So, but that should work out nice, and that's the purpose of this. I had a bunch of my subscribers were panicking when I said, oh, I'm gonna grow plants in here. I said I was gonna grow non-edible, non-eating. I'm not gonna eat anything out of this bag, because obviously the toxins and stuff, who knows how toxic the plasti dip is. I'm not gonna go there. This is entirely for spider plants, which are basically just living air filter plants for your house. They pull toxins out of the air and they give you oxygen. Awesome. Nice, clean, fresh oxygen. So that's the goal. I'm not going to be eating edible plants out of here. I'm not going to be growing tomatoes or anything, guys. So just, you know, don't panic on me, right? Though you could, if you had this outside and you didn't put plasti dip chemical inside to waterproof it. I had to, because I don't want mold and crap going into the tiny house, right? And I'm gonna go light on the water on this thing. So I have peat moss for the composting toilet back there. I'm gonna put a little bit in each little pocket here, and then I'm gonna carefully grab the plants and put them in. Now what I gotta do is I'm gonna do that outside, because it's gonna be a mess, super mess. Because when I pull the plants out of their pots, there's gonna be water, there's gonna be nasty, there's gonna be roots, there's gonna be whatever, right? So obviously I'm gonna take that off the wall, do it outside the tiny house with all my pots and plants, put everything in, get it, you know, get it so it's decent, and then hang it up, then lightly water each little pocket, and we'll see if it leaks. And what I'll do is I have that, if you guys remember when I had all those banker boxes in here for my accountant to have he had storage in here. I put that stuff over to keep his stuff from getting wet the one time. I can use that plastic material, tape it to the wall flat, so it's in behind the unit here. So if any water or anything comes down, it's going to hit the plastic and kind of I'll put it so it goes into like a bucket or something, just in case. But like I said, this is experimental. Never seen it done. I'm doing it the first time, so you guys don't have to. But this is where the planter is going to go, and if it turns out to be successful, I may get another one and do that again. Though that's a lot of spider plants. Once I put them in, you guys will see all the nice leaves hanging off, and they're going to be catching all that sun daily off the window, which is good. And then, like I say, the sun, now that I have the mylar blanket in here, material behind all the walls and ceiling, when that sunlight comes in, it's going to be passively putting all that heat and energy, and so the plants will be able to capture some of that to stay alive and do their thing. And it's going to look nice there, guys, because these walls are pretty banged up now. Like, I'm going to have to repaint eventually. Look at this crap. Like, yeah, eventually I got to repaint. And I need to get these seams buttoned up because I hate them. And Pierre, one of my Patreon members, thanks Pierre for helping me out there on that. He's been helping me figure out what I'm going to do for these seams, and he's given me some good ideas for, there's a type of trim I can get to put up, and it'll cover over these damn vertical seams that I have, and then I can paint. So I'm gonna hold off painting until I get the vertical seams hidden behind these some type of 1/4-inch trim. I think it's similar to this stuff actually. It's somewhat like this stuff, and if I put it up and run them vertically like this and paint them, it'll look a hell of a lot better than what I got now with these seams. I think. You guys let me know what you think. If something like that goes all the way to the ceiling, to the floor, to, you know, make the vertical seams go away and look better, let me know what you guys think. Is that gonna work? Or maybe you got an idea? Because that's coming down the road. I need to fix all that up, clean the vertical spots up. The nice thing is I don't have, well, I got one there, but that's no big deal. Most of them are, I don't have to move anything to get to them. So I can run the strips down, staple them, nail them, screw them. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but that's the goal. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna be out of here for now. I gotta get some more stuff done, and we'll see you guys later. So hopefully we're getting a thumbs up on this video. Keep me making a little bit of money to keep this project going. If not, I disappear, guys. You guys probably don't want that. I need to make at least, you know, my minimum to keep things happy over here at the tiny house and keep things moving. Because I don't know what YouTube did. I think it's because of that purge they did. They did another big purge, and now my revenue's been cut. So I don't know. I haven't had any videos banned or anything like that. It's just my revenue's tanked. So who knows? We'll see you guys on the next one, alright? Thanks.